Hey there YouTube, this is the Avengers 44 doing another one of my random stack of comics videos. I haven't done one of these in a while, so I figured I'd try to jump back and do one real quick. First up, we got Batman number 497. This is, if you can tell from the cover, this is a pretty iconic issue. This is the one where Bane breaks the bat. Yeah, basically up to this point, Batman was pretty, badass character. I mean, he still is, but in this issue, this was one of the first times that a villain was really able to kind of really beat Batman, like just totally destroy him. So, and it's a really good storyline. It was set up for a long time. It's really well written. Bane's an awesome character, and it's just a good issue. And if you ever watched the Return of the Dark Knight, and you would know what I'm talking about. Next up, we got the Avengers 137. This is marks the first appearance, not the first appearance, but this marks the first time the Beast joins the Avengers. Up until this point, the Beast was primarily a X-Men character. He was always associated with the X-Men. In this issue, he joins the Avengers, and he stays an Avenger for a long time. And this is also like one of the first times this is right after he became like a beastly beast. Before, he was just a guy with super agility and really big feet. Now he's actually, and in this comic, this is one of his first appearances where he was actually like monstrous. Next up, we have Fifa Thieves number 1. This is a pretty cool little series. It's created by Robert Kirkman. This is the same guy who creates the Walking Dead and Invincible. It's basically the story of this like master thief guy who leads his double life as like this businessman. And and it's really not so much about like the criminal aspects of the comic. I mean, those are fun too, but it's more about his double life and how he has this wife that doesn't improve his lifestyle and left from him, but he still loves her, and they have a son that the son's kind of following the footsteps of his criminal ways, and he's trying to push his son out of the life, but at the same time, he himself is being pushed back in. So it's really cool. I've only read the first 7 issues, but I'm really enjoying the series. Next up, we got the Comeback, or just Comeback. This is another really cool new series that's been going off. It's done by Image. This is issue 4. The Comeback is basically, think of it like a reverse Looper. It's basically like the story of Looper but reverse. Instead of sending bodies in the past for people that kill, agents go in the future. Agents from the future go to the past to retrieve family members people that family members paid them to go get, and then bring them back to the future. It's almost like kind of like a witness relocation with time travel. They go in, they fake the person's death, they were supposed to die, and then they bring them in the future and have them with the family, and they get a bunch of money for it. Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that. Things happen. The main character starts to discover this whole like conspiracy of how their agents are slowly dying because the time travel accelerates any kind of health problems they got. It's interesting. The thing I like about the series is they do this really cool thing with like in this issue, like you can see on the cover, like the panels are breaking, or the guy's head's breaking off. It's because they do this cool effect where, like, in the story, the agency tries to resets the timeline so they can't get caught by the police, and when they do that, everything in the panel starts breaking apart. Like the artist just breaks the panel up, and dialogue boxes get broken up, so it's hard to read the dialogue, and the characters, like, their heads kind of fall to pieces. It's really cool visuals, the thing they do in the issue. I liked it. Thought it was pretty original. Here we have, I'm gonna butcher the hell out of this name. This is Sogen Warriors, I think is how you say that. Number 2. This is basically like classic Marvel 70s pomegranate trying to jump off the piggyback ride of the whole Godzilla movie trend that was in the 70s. By making I like to think of this like Power Rangers before Power Rangers existed. This is like basically like there's these 4 government agent guys who drive these giant robot suits things, and they fight giant monsters like Godzilla-sized monsters. It was really kind of silly in the 70s, but it's fun. Next up, we have a old pre-crisis Wonder Woman. This one's kind of interesting because this is part of Woman's. Most of the Wonder Woman issues are on Earth 1, but this one, for whatever reason, is a story about Earth 2 Wonder Woman. Because you can pretty much tell, because it's got General MacArthur on it, so it looks like it's Golden Age stuff. And they're fighting some weird monster. I just like it because it's such a weird cover. You know, it's like General MacArthur is all like, I don't need a woman to fight my battles. One woman, you know, it's funny. Next up, we got Robin, number 19. When I was younger, when I was first kind of getting the comic books, I had a whole bunch of these. Like I just collected them because I liked the comic, and I actually read them back in my reading comic book days. And this is a cool one. This is basically Robin fighting Zeus, you know, which is like a little-known Batman villain. It was I think he was actually credited in the Batman animated series. Actually, I might look it up. But he's basically this guy. It's basically this rich guy that's kind of crazy and thinks he's actually Zeus. So he makes all these elaborate traps and things. It was a cool issue. I liked it. It's Robin's got a fighting gladiator pit or whatnot. Next up, I'm actually going through these pretty fast. Normally I talk more about the comics, but I don't know. Next up we have Dead Reckoning number 3. This is a really cool little series. It's an independent series that actually a local artist that in my town makes. His name is Danny Allen, or Allen Dan, something like that. And it's actually printed by a really small publisher company called Icarus Wing. It's called Dead Reckoning, and it's basically a zombie story, but it's a zombie story set like in the Wild West. Basically, it's about these two brothers who are their dad's dying of some illness, and they gotta go into town to get medicine. But at the same time, there's this Native American witch doctor guy that tries to bring back his dead daughter by unleashing a curse that basically spreads a zombie epidemic around. And so the two brothers, get into town. The town's overrun by zombies. They team up with this like a Native American guy who's like a badass warrior dude, and they basically have to fight for their lives and stuff. It's a pretty cool little series. I really enjoy it. It's good. And the last issue I have on my little list is Police Comics number 49. Now you can tell it's pretty bad condition. I bought this for I think I paid like $2 or $3 for it. I didn't care about the condition because I have a really special place in my heart for Plastic Man. He's one of my all-time favorite comic book characters, and it's really hard for me to find. It's really hard to find like classic Golden Age Plastic Man stories. So when I saw this on eBay, I was, and for the price, because normally they're out of my price range, but I saw this on eBay for like $3, I think. I was like, hell, I gotta get it. I don't care if it's got, it's got burnt. It's all burnt around the center of the comic, but I didn't care. It's still readable condition. The pages are still intact for the most part. I don't think there's any pages falling out. It's still got a few more reads left in it before it really starts kind of breaking apart. But it's an awesome comic. It's just classic Jack Cole, Plastic Man. You don't get much better than that. And looks like that's all I've got for this issue. Yeah. So alright, I'll see you guys later, and hope you enjoyed the video.